Welcome, everyone, to our third installment of That's My Story. I am Midas, along with co-host Brandon Stevens and the legendary Mr. Ken Knox. If this is your first time joining us, That's My Stories. It's just a platform where quarantine-based podcast, virtual TV show, if you will, where we get a chance to interact and interview some of your favorite artists, some of your favorite producers, some of your favorite musicians. We hope everyone is doing well and staying safe during these times. And welcome, guys.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing on this beautiful Thursday afternoon? Well, it's beautiful in the Carolinas. I'm not sure how it is where you are, but I hope it's beautiful and sunny.
Wonderful day. Wonderful day.
Yeah. Great day. And like you said, hey, be safe, stay smart.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And tonight we have a special guest for our third installment. First of all, thank you all for joining. Feel free to like and share the video. Also, feel free to go over to our YouTube page and check that out, so you can be notified when there's new content. But our special guest for this evening is the legendary soul singer, Miss Pat Lewis.
Hey,
Pat.
How you doing?
Hey, Pat.
Hey.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going, honey.
Are you enjoying this lockdown?
Well, this is the way I look at it. They're gonna have to get something and roll us all out, because all we do is run to the refrigerator, and we about to
Yes, indeed.
That's right.
Treadmill. I'm like, I gotta get on the treadmill.
That would be a good meal to get on, right?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, ma'am. Well, we definitely thank you for joining us on our third edition of That's My Story. So, I guess we kind of get into it then. So,
all right.
What we like to do is just go ahead, kid. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say what we just like to do is kind of go, so to speak, pull the curtain back and kind of go through your musical journey, as far as how you got into music, and we kind of bring it all the way up until present day.
Well, I can't tell too much. I'm trying to do
book,
so.
Yeah. Just give us the appetizer.
Yeah.
Just give us the appetizer.
I started in the early 60s. My brother, he told me, he said, why don't you go down to Thelma Gordy, Berry Gordy's first wife? Go down to Thelma's and just tell her who you are, because she and my mother worked together. They were nurses.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Said, all you have to do is go and tell her, she'll know who you are. Just go down and audition. Well, I was, 14, 15, somewhere around in there. And I went there. Thelma wasn't there, but Norman Whitfield was there.
Okay.
Nice.
And Richard
Nice.
Street. They auditioned me.
Okay.
And, yeah. Back then I had another sound, and my audition song was A Letter Full of Tears.
A Letter Full of Tears.
Awesome.
So that was at the age, you said, around 14 or 15.
Yeah.
You auditioned. Did you do any maybe singing in the church or anything like that prior to that moment?
What color am I? Brought up in the church.
Yes, ma'am. Tell us a little bit about that. Yeah, tell us a little bit about that before we get ahead of ourselves.
Oh my God! And the church that I went to at the time, there was only one choir, so that meant we had to sing every Sunday.
Wow.
So as I got a little older, started hanging out some. When it came time for the sermon, I'd be just like this.
Sleeping.
When I get up, I hold that one finger up.
That one finger.
And get out. My mother said, if you leave that choir stand one more time. But see, I was singing at night too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You know, and sipping, and you know, who wants to get up in the morning?
Got to get on up.
I got out of Sunday school, but I couldn't get out of the 11 o'clock. You got to be there to march in.
Yes. Okay. I remember those days. The choir marches in.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Brooke Telford.
Hi, Brooke.
Okay, you can see that. Yeah. She's you know Brooke from the UK.
Brooke, do I know you from the UK?
Yep. Brooke,
where'd you go?
Brooke, yeah.
She's a DJ.
She's a DJ friend of ours over in the UK as well.
Yeah.
And when you said, in fact, Karen McBride said hello too from the UK.
Oh, okay.
And there's my schoolmate Hattie Rogers.
Miss Hattie Rogers.
She said, "Oh my God, I'm starstruck."
Yeah, she says she's so starstruck right now.
Oh, girl, please.
Yeah, she says you look great, my queen.
Thank you. I can see that. It doesn't. When they comment, it comes on and go off.
Yes. But you can see it on your end.
Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome. Yeah. So go ahead, Ken.
So the church. So you at the church, what was your plans at the when you're singing around Detroit?
That was my plan. To try and I wanted to get into recording. Now I did a couple of things over at Thelma's, but it was with they had a group called the Sonnets, and I managed to do a few things with them, and a little background here and there. But once we moved, where was I living at? Oh, I was living on Grand when my brother took me over there. But then when I moved over on Cortland, and Norman and I were walking. I was too young to drive. Norman couldn't afford a car. Hey, how are you, Teresa? Norman couldn't afford a car, so we were walking, and I don't know whether you remember where Elmhurst is, Ken. Okay, well, the studio was on Montgomery and Dexter, so we would walk. Norman lived on Elmhurst between Wildermere and Lawton, and I lived on Cortland between Linwood and LaSalle. So I walked. We got to Elmhurst first, and we get to Cortland. Anyway, Norman was just as arrogant then. I tell people, I said, Norman had he's been arrogant. He had been arrogant all of his life. And he was arrogant when he was poor, had hope when we was walking. I said, he didn't just get arrogant. I don't know whether it was the light, how the light-skinned boys with the curly hair. I don't know whether that's where that ego came from.
My hair not curly.
Or what, he always had. But anyway, Diane and I were going to thank you. Diane and I were going to school with two sisters, Betty and Jackie Winston. And we were singing throughout school. So Popcorn Wiley.
Oh, yeah, Popcorn. Yeah.
Bob Hamilton, Al Kent, they were brothers.
Okay.
And Chico Hamilton. Freddie Gorman.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They
Freddie was with the original.
Popcorn was, and Betty and Freddie knew Betty and Jackie. So they put us all together. They said, well, you all need to I'm not over you yet. I'm not to live with it. Hey, Tom. They put a group together.
Okay.
And called us the Adorables.
Adorables. That was your first group, correct?
That was the first group,
Okay.
and signed us with Ed Wingate and Joanne Bratton.
Okay.
And that was even before Golden World was built.
Oh wow!
So we were recording. We were rehearsing in Joanne's basement.
Awesome. Awesome.
And would go to Chicago and record, but they still hadn't come up with anything for the Adorables yet. So we went over there at RCA and we recorded. We did Just Like Romeo and Juliet. That's the Adorables singing on Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I love that song. Okay, yeah, yeah.
And then we Stu Aim, that ended up with what was the name of that group? We sang with. You know, I have senior moments.
It's okay. It's okay. Did you know always that you wanted to be a singer, or was it, you know, like at an early age, or?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you recall?
Yeah. So I had a hairbrush for my microphone.
Okay, as a kid.
The whole thing.
Yes.
Used to tap off of Why Do Fools Fall in Love?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I always knew what I wanted to do.
Interesting. Yeah.
Nice.
That's great. That's great. So you debuted as a solo artist in 1966.
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
And that had that debut. I had become I don't know. I had just started listening. I started singing with the Andantes before '66 because Louvain, she couldn't make one of the sessions.
Okay.
And Mr. Wingate said, "Well, Pat is here."
Was that the Stevie Wonder session?
No,
That
this
was a
was
different
the
one. Okay.
Agent 00 Soul session.
All right.
Oh,
I got
come on now, Pat.
Agent
Boy.
00 Soul.
That's right. Yeah. It was Star.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did a lot of work. What is that?
I think somebody's phone ringing.
It's my ring.
Oh, your phone.
At my front door. Sorry.
Oh. Hey, it's all good. We live, folks.
I didn't know whether it was an alert or what.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now it's for my ring at my door. But let me ask you this: Agent 00 Soul, Edwin Starr, right?
Yes.
Now, was that a Golden World? What was it cut at?
We did it at Golden World, but it was on the Rick Tick label.
Yeah. On the Rig Tick label, yes.
Uh-huh.
My sister said
Joyce.
something to you.
Hey, Joyce, what's going on?
Hey, Joyce.
We thank all of you for your support weekly. This is, again, our third installment of That's My Story, and we've had some faithful followers, you know, for the first 3 weeks, and we really appreciate you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brandon, you have a question?
Yeah, that was on the Rick Tick label.
Okay.
Got you. Yeah.
We did a lot of work out of Golden World. J.J. Barnes, you know. So, you know, Don Davis had Rick Tick and Groovesville all in there.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Was that Detroit based?
What'd you say?
I'm sorry. Is that a Detroit based label as well?
Golden World?
Yes, ma'am.
You better look it up.
Yeah, man. That was besides Motown. Everybody wanted to be at Golden World.
I got
Motown.
Or
Rick Tick. You know, coming up.
Okay.
You know, that was the labels in Detroit.
I got you.
I got you. And Pat, say it again.
We had Sonny Stitt over there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Bill Doggett brought Edwin there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, these two youngsters don't know about Bill Doggett and all them, so
No,
sometimes you might say that.
You know,
so Brandon, you got anything?
Honky Tonk, you familiar with the song?
Heck yeah.
Honky Tonk?
I know you know it, Ken. What about these guys here?
Who is it? Who is it by?
Bill Doggett.
I'm not familiar with that one. Brandon, you know that one?
Well, I have to look it up.
Yeah, we got to look it up.
It was an instrumental.
Okay, and it's called the Honky Tonk.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Make sure I do that.
So Pat,
solo career,
Go ahead.
Yes. I was going to tell him. He asked me about my solo career, starting that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. George Clinton and Sidney Barnes were over at Golden World.
That was I was ready to go there with your relationship with George and there's Marion Payne from the UK.
Okay, from the UK.
Marion
Hello,
Payne.
Marion.
Yeah, he wanted him to. We had Martha Jean the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And she used to, oh God, some of the workers, the male workers, they really hated her because she would let them know. She let you know, the white collar workers, the blue collar workers, when they would get those bonuses and everything, she let them know.
That's right.
But she would say, I'm into something and can't shake it loose.
Yep.
So Mr. Wingate said, I'm going to do a song for you.
Mm-hmm.
And what he did, George and Sidney wrote Can't Shake It Loose for me. Mm-hmm. And then their singer, Teresa Lindsay, she did I Bet You. And the Parliament, they recorded that too.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, didn't you do I Want to Testify background on that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did all the Parliament's early stuff, you know, the maggot brain, everything, all of that.
Oh, nice. We probably have some big Parliament fans on here. I got a couple of friends that are huge Parliament and George Clinton fans. Shout out to my buddy Wade Witherspoon if he's on here. He's a huge George Clinton fan, huge Parliament fan.
I still do work with. I still sing with George right today.
Oh, awesome!
Oh,
awesome!
Nice. Well, you know what? Speaking of George, George is in the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame. Down here in the Carolinas.
Okay.
Kannapolis.
In Kannapolis, North Carolina. Yeah, I think he's from somewhere close to Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
a lot of people think he's from Plainfield, but that's a Southern boy.
Right.
Yeah, George.
Yeah.
Wow. Dave, yeah, that's awesome. And I see some other notable artists you have also worked with have been Stevie Wonder, Isaac Hayes, Aretha Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what capacity is that backing or writing or a little bit of both?
Most of it is backing. I'm a background vocal arranger.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
now what does that consist of, Miss Pat? For those who may not know, what is a background vocal arranger?
Shoot, putting all that music. I tell you, the Lord blessed me with a number of different gifts.
Uh-huh.
And that where I can hear all of these notes and music and just feel them and I didn't have to go to school before it. He blessed me with these things.
Yes, ma'am. Gifts.
Yeah,
that's how you know. This is the Isaac Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed with Isaac from 69 to 82.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I did all of his vocal arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
You know the funny thing about that? Y'all came to the Olympia Stadium in Detroit. I was in that audience. I said I had to see Isaac Hayes and Hot Butter and Soul. I was sitting up in there.
When we first time.
Say what now?
Where at the Masonic Temple or the Olympia?
Olympia.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yes. I had to be there.
There was a question that popped.
Brandon, do we have a clip or something?
Well, there was a question real quick. Brooke
asked
a question, but I didn't want to interrupt. I think it said in every artist's career there is a pivotal moment where you would describe getting your foot in the door, and she asked what that moment would be for you.
Okay. Well, I guess when I got with Isaac, I was more so free and on my own, even though I had no, I'm gonna take that back.
Okay.
With George.
No worries. With George.
Let me do me.
Right.
He would just leave the studio and say, Pat, she's got this.
So with the music,
someone to have that much faith and trust in your work. Yeah.
Would the music be playing, and then you already have the lyrics, and then you just kind of design the melody, so to speak? Is that how it kind of went for arranging background vocals?
Well, sometimes I, get a chance to, to do it just from my head.
Okay.
But a lot of times you like to live with songs, but then and then again you want it fresh, because once you hit that spot, that might be the right one, and then you fool around there and fooling with it too much and lose it.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Easy to do.
Yeah, it's easy to do. You'd be like, wait a minute, it's right here. Where did it go? The timing changes, and I used to work with reel to reel.
Oh yeah.
Back then too. But most of the time we just do it, it'll just come
to you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well, Brandon?
Yeah, that definitely is a gift. So tell us a little bit about working with the man who just celebrated his 70th birthday yesterday, Mr. Stevie Wonder.
Oh, well, one thing about doing a lot of work over there at Motown is that the tracks would have, when I first met Stevie, he was running through the studio. I was over there doing some work for doing some background, putting something on one of Kim Weston's songs. And we hadn't even I hadn't got as far to do Uptight yet. I did do that song for Love Me All the Way, I think it was.
Okay.
But when they called me in for Stevie Wonder, I was just so excited.
I bet.
I'm like, and he was like, can you move in some? I had just softened right on up. You could sing a little louder.
Yeah. Awesome.
But you never did really get a chance to sing with a lot of the artists all the time.
Right.
Because they may have put their part on and gone on the road or something. I did sing with the Temps one time, because we all knew each other anyway. So but a lot of times you just we go in and do the backgrounds and you wouldn't even see the artist.
Okay. That makes sense, considering touring schedules and things of that nature, and getting the song done. That makes sense. Were any of those sessions ever intimidating for you at all, like with the George Clinton or Stevie Wonder or any of those artists? No, that's great. That's great. That's awesome. I like that.
No.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Pat ran that.
Yeah, I could believe it. I could believe it.
We had a real good time.
Let me say this.
We were doing the Sweetest Feeling album for Jackie Wilson. And it was myself and the Andantes. We had to do everything from the floor, and we hadn't done that in, oh my God. Hey, Phyllis.
Hello, Phyllis.
Is she related to Dwayne Parham?
No, there's a group here called The Ladies, LADEEZ.
Okay.
and they're one hell of a backup group. And
Okay.
they're a fabulous act in their own right.
Nice.
As a matter of fact, they're the new Adorables.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're the new Adorables because Jackie, she's deceased. My sister Diane and then Jackie's sister Betty, they had to retire for health purposes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so we did, you know, we was like, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to
Nice.
be new Adorables. And so they are. We went to Spain, I think, last year before last, went to Benidorm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're new Adorables.
Oh, she
Look
said,
who that is.
Hey, Drew.
Drew Schultz.
What's up, Drew?
Howdy doody.
Yeah, Drew knows. He's very familiar with the ladies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And we do have some video clips that we're going to share too. I guess would now be okay time to get into one of those?
Who are you talking to?
Everybody. I'm talking to you guys. Well, since you're the guest, I'm talking to you. Do you mind if we could get into one of the video clips of yours that we have?
No, I'd like to see them. I'd like to see.
All right, guys. All right, we're going to get into a video clip real quick, and we'll be right back.
Love is like a bumpy road. You can't put your foot on the gas. Love is like a heavy load. It won't let you drive too fast. I see you looking for a shortcut or way to avoid the pain. I know exactly what you thought, but you can't keep in the fast lane. No, because there's no right turn ahead. No easy road to happiness. No right turn ahead. Not when the light is on red. Love is like a busy highway. You gotta slow down to cross. Love is like a hidden byway. Be careful or you'll get lost. I see you looking for a turning or way to get out of the race. You wanna get your wheels burning, but you got to slow the pace. Just because there's no right turn ahead, there's no way to jump the line. No right turn ahead. Not when the light is on red. There's no right turn.
Awesome.
Hey,
Love
Hey,
is like a bumpy
Yeah.
road, huh?
Yeah.
Teddy Harris. Did you see Teddy Harris?
Oh, Teddy Harris?
Yeah.
That's what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was my musical director at that time.
Okay. Was he the keyboard player?
Yes, he was.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I like that suit.
Yeah, so you all
And I
are
still-
familiar with Teddy Harris, right?
I'm sorry?
Back in the day.
Do you all know who Teddy Harris is?
No. See,
They don't.
this platform is great for us too, because we're kind of like in certain instances the generation after. So we're learning as we're talking to you.
Look him up.
Yeah, I've been looking. I'm making notes while we do this.
Okay.
Teddy Harris.
That's why we try to bring artists such as yourself to, golly. I'm just amazed at. I'm just serious. I've been a big fan of yours growing up in Detroit. Period. Because in Detroit there was Pat Lewis, there was Othea Barnes, there was Roz Ryan, there was what's the other girl, the light skinned girl, young girl, Rena Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget Betty LaVette.
Betty LaVette. I did. You know what? One of my early sessions was with Betty LaVette.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, Popcorn Wally and Ron Dunbar produced it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember, what had happened was, remember Dick Clark show would come on Saturdays, right?
Of course.
So I remember in the kitchen, fixing some cereal or something on a Saturday afternoon.
Uh-huh.
And I heard this sax solo. I said, that sounds like me. And I went in there, and it was Betty LaVette's song, and they were rating the record.
Oh man, that's nice.
And that was a thrill for me. But as far as female vocalists, as far as female vocalists, you were tops. You know, and then you know your accomplishments, you know, is tremendous. Isaac Hayes, George Clinton, Jackie Wilson. Nobody knows that. A lot of people know, but our fans don't know that you're the voice on Higher and Higher.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you're also the voice on, what's the other one? Whistler's Getting Louder?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, you know, that's beach music. That's beach music around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And
we did that whole album.
The whole album.
Right.
Awesome.
Sweetest
Man.
Feeling. That's the name of that album, The Sweetest Feeling. And Irma Franklin recorded that song too. The title song, The Sweetest Feeling. Yeah. Okay.
I love those songs, but you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, you're the real deal, and that's what we want our fans to understand. Hey, what you're looking at and hearing speak is history.
Certainly.
Because I mean, it doesn't get much better. I mean, you can't. Can you tell me what song such and such had out? You know what I'm saying? This is music.
Oh yeah,
it's music.
Yeah.
Now tell me about your relationship with Ian Levine.
I was singing with two superstars when I was singing with Aretha.
Oh yeah.
And I did the This Girl's in Love album and
nice.
Spirit in the Dark album.
Okay.
Nice.
And Isaac, in '69, we recorded Hot Buttered Soul.
Okay.
And they wanted, he was like, he asked Don Davis, he said, you think the girls will go on the road with me? Now, mind you, we sang behind a lot of people at Stax Records, but we had never named ourselves. We the same group that sang behind George Clinton and everybody. And we just call ourselves the group. But when we got with Isaac, that's when we named ourselves after the album, Hot Buttered Soul.
Okay.
That was great marketing.
He wanted us to go on the road, but I was still working with Aretha.
Oh.
You know, so I had to give her my 2-week notice. And I was also, when I wasn't on the road with her, I was also gigging at home at the High Chaparral and, you know,
busy.
Come on.
And all of that. So
Ben's High Chaparral.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Well, he bought Ben's High Chaparral. He had Ben's Peter Pan on Kercheval.
Okay.
I used to work for him. And they said, John Barnett said, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Pat Lewis. And I opened the door from the office and I'd be right on the stage.
Wow. There you go.
So and then he had the grand opening, he bought the High Chaparral. And I did the grand opening myself and Mac Rice.
Mac Rice,
and the Dynamics that had the ice cream song.
Oh my God, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I played behind them one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dynamics, yes.
Funk Brothers used to play behind us, you know, Earl Van Dyke, them the Funk Brothers, they played. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brothers.
Jameson, what are you doing down here? You supposed to be upstairs on stage. I don't have to be up there if I don't want to be up there. I'm gonna go up. I'm going up there when you go up there, little sis. Earl didn't care because he got that great old Hammond organ. You know, he's playing the bass.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
good days.
Yes, indeed.
But anyway, I was still working, and I was doing those bar gigs for Ted White. So
was that a recent song?
Pardon me?
Yeah.
So I couldn't very well just leave Aretha. I had to give them some type of notice. So our very first gig was here in '69 at the Masonic Temple, and I couldn't do the show. My sister and Rose, they did it.
Oh,
yeah. Hot and Buttered did the show.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Now that was a show with Isaac Hayes at the time?
The very first show.
Very first show. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And then also there's I noticed too, just doing my homework, that you have a working relationship with a UK producer by the name of Ian Levine. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah. And Levine, he and I wrote that the video that you just saw. He and I wrote that song. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
And
right turn.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good song. Ian went back and sort of gathered the old Motown acts, right?
Yes,
Some
he
of
did.
them. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
I know he approached us as chairman of the board from back in the day when he first started the project. And but it looks like it was a great project, and I love that song that you and him wrote.
Yeah.
And also,
he had over 300 songs on me.
I saw that.
Wow.
That was that with the covers. Well, I saw you covered a lot of tracks. I guess for the Northern Soul and the Motown stuff as well.
Yeah, a lot of covers and a lot of original things. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did a lot because I was coordinator. If you know, they say if you're looking for somebody, you need to find them. Call Pat.
Oh wow!
You got to stay in touch with everybody because
that's awesome.
You know, we come from a class that there's no more of. You know, so we have to try and stay in touch with each other. So if just like this Detroit Go-Go that we do, every year we've done for the last 3 years here in Detroit. You know, I be finding them. I'm like, shoot, get the cobwebs off.
Yeah.
We're going to work.
Yes, we did. Yes,
you're right.
Did.
And which brings me to the question of, you know, you have a huge fan base over in the UK and Spain and Europe, period. I mean, and that's a godsend to me.
Yeah,
you know, because we go every year, and it's like the applause has never stopped.
Oh, they're wonderful. They
are wonderful.
They love you.
Yes.
They love you.
Awesome folks. Awesome.
Well, Brandon, I'm asking Brandon his first time over.
Pardon me?
Go ahead, Pat.
Go ahead, Pat.
I said, thank God for them, because I never would have thought that in 2000 anything they would still be playing my music from the 60s.
There you go.
But some music is timeless, you know. Great music doesn't have an expiration date.
Right.
It doesn't.
So Brandon and Midas, what was your first reaction when you went to the UK?
Brandon, you go.
My first reaction was the folks in the UK. I know that they have a really deep appreciation for American soul music, especially soul music from the 60s and 70s. And so, Pat, talk a little bit about your experiences in the UK and how the audiences there compared to the audiences here in terms of their love for soul music.
What audience? They don't come to see us. I might gig here maybe twice a year.
Well,
twice a year in the States.
In the States. Wow. I'm like, thank God for the UK. Okay, because our music alive. And if I may, I have a record. Last year that record sold for 3,000 pounds. So, it's quite a lot in American music. And so I'd like to refer to my song, without them, I'd have no one to love.
That pretty much sums it up.
That
sums it up, man. Yeah.
What was yours, Midas?
Oh man, well, in my experience, which was in 2018, I first and foremost, I gotta say it ranks up there as one of the most memorable experiences for me, not just musically but culturally. Submersing myself into the culture as much as I could while I was there. I had a blast, and then on stage, the most shocking thing to me was when we were doing our show, the amount of people that were singing the lyrics word for word. I think that stood out to me more than anything, because I guess I went into it without any expectations per se, but just to be, on the stage and we're doing the songs and you look out in the audience and so many people, you're that far away from your home base, and so many people singing the lyrics word for word. That stood out to me as far as the musical aspect. But overall, man, it's a wonderful experience for me. Everybody's so nice. Speaking of the UK, friend and fellow saxophone player, Miss Ellie Warren, and fellow musician.
Ellie. I used to use Ellie's horn over there.
Yeah, so we made friendships that are lasting, to this day. Very genuine people who touch base with each other, of course, via the social media and things like that. And I have nothing but great things to say.
Lifelong friendships. And I tell you, they do know your songs. They know more about your music really than you do,
right?
And they know about you. You know what I'm saying? They can tell you about yourself.
Every word. So sometimes you might have a mental block and like,
oh yeah,
I can't remember the verse of this song. Would you sing it for me?
Yeah.
They know it.
Yeah,
they know
it.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
As chairman of the board, we used to go back in the 70s. And I think our last tour over there was in 76. So the new chairman, I took them over in 2016, and the guy who was our lighting guy on the tour in 76 showed up. I hadn't seen this guy in 42 years.
Wow.
Now he's in the last 3 tours we've been over. He's been at every show, and he may be listening and he might be watching. His name is Marky Switsnitsky. Okay. And he showed up and said, "Ken, you realize last time I saw you was 1974? I said, "You're right. Sure was."
Wow.
So like you said, they appreciate the American soul musicians and singers, and they can tell you what, everything about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing.
I remember when you all went over there. We talked about you all going back over there, Ken.
Say that again.
I said, I remember when you went back over there. We talked about it. We discussed it.
Yeah, we did.
Remember that conversation?
We talked on the phone. So you were over there at Skegness, and we were headed to Whitby.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, back in 2017, I think. Yeah. What you, Brandon?
And when you play those weekenders, oh man, when you get a chance to spend the weekend with your fans, it is wonderful.
There's nothing like it. I mean, we did the first one last year. We've never done it, and it was incredible. Yeah, we played for the first time in 2019.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable. But we were there in the wintertime.
It was
cold. Yeah, it was cold.
So we got to schedule something for the warmer weather, huh, Pat?
Yeah.
Well, any questions from the fans?
Oh,
I can't see anything on my thing.
Hold on. Let's we'll comb through and see. Let's see. I'm looking for a question, and guys, while you're watching, feel free to type up a question, and some of them get popped up on the screen. If not, we combing through, seeing if we see anything in particular. Oh, Ellie says the Weekenders are awesome.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
My first Weekender was for Staten.
Oh, look who's on.
There.
Hey, Spidey.
Spider's on. He was, I guess 2 weeks ago. He started rapping. He started rapping, and I ended up in tears. He had me going.
He had me going. He had me going.
And we do have another video clip. Maybe perhaps while we coming for a few questions, we can get into that second video clip, and then we can come right back.
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
My mind's twisted. My heart, you possessed it. My love, you took for granted and has left me empty-handed, all alone in this big world. A great big world, and I can't find no one to love. No, baby. Your lips started lying, and it started my eyes to crying. You are me, body and soul, yet I can't understand why the feeling is gone. 'Cause you left me in a big world, a great big world, and I can't find no one to love, no one to love.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Did you guys see that?
Yes, we saw it.
Good.
We jamming. Did you see it? Oh, you didn't get to see it? Okay, yeah, it was on.
You
it was
didn't
on
see
the
it?
screen.
No.
Well, you
saw-
It said your browser failed.
well, at least we didn't lose you.
It was the Don, the Don was Detroit All-Stars at the theater there.
Okay.
Look who this. There's Mark.
That's Marky, the lighting guy.
Yeah, late signing in. Okay.
Oh.
Who's late coming on? What's up, buddy?
Marky.
Yeah. Incredible. I saw McKinley Jackson on keys,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and Drew Schultz was playing tambourine.
Oh yeah. Saw Drew back there.
Yeah.
A
Nice.
great. I mean, a great bunch of guys. Those.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How long have we been knowing McKinley? Let me see.
That's right.
Oh, the early '60s for me.
Look at
Spider said, "Po baby."
Spider, what are you talking about, po baby?
I think because you didn't get to see the video on your end, I think.
Yeah, I feel what you're talking
about.
But McKinley goes, like you said, when you speak of Detroit,
we go way back.
That's right.
When McKinley and them, they used to do all the gigs around town.
Yeah, politicians.
Yeah, McKinley Jackson and the Politicians.
Yep. My favorite thing was to go to 20 grand used to come on TV. You remember that?
Yeah.
20 grand.
Yeah, 20 grand used to come on TV, and McKinley Jackson and the Politicians was the house band.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Kid, you heard what Pat said just now?
What'd she say?
She said she's not that old.
I'm sorry, I'm dating myself.
Ken, you know, a lot of things I missed too because I was on the road. Once I went on that road,
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
stayed out there.
Speaking of, now what was the backup band, the Barcades, when you were out with Isaac Hot Butter Soul? Was some of the musicians from the?
No, it was the Isaac Hayes movement.
Gotcha.
We had Willie Hall that used to be with the Barcades, but the Barcades played on most of those early recordings.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, like Nuck was on bass, Ben Carley, trumpet player, he ended up wrote with us, but it was mostly the Barcades in those early days.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I now let me ask you this: what songs did you and Isaac write on that album?
Isaac and I never wrote a song.
Oh,
I don't know where that
anything
came from.
Did you write anything on that album?
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
We never wrote, Isaac and I never wrote a song on that album.
Yeah.
On any of the albums.
Yeah.
But did you do
vocal
arrangement?
Background vocal arranger, and I was like, we need a gimmick for the stage.
Okay.
You know. And so we came up with the gimmick, you know, the chains and the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
So chains, that was your idea?
Yeah, and the boots and the, you know.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Because he had to have a gimmick.
Yeah. That's legendary.
Love. Oh, those women love.
So let me ask you, were you singing with Isaac at the legendary Watt Stacks performance?
Yeah, I was sitting so far out in the front. They said they didn't want us to go on stage because they were afraid I might roll over a chord.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That was a legendary concert at the was it the LA Coliseum?
Ooh. That was what an experience.
I bet.
Everybody was there. That was a hot concert. Yes, it was.
Was Dramatics on that show too?
Yes, they were.
Wow. Nice.
They were out there. Everybody was out there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, did I see them on the show? I saw Luther Ingram.
Nice. Speaking of Luther, didn't you do some stuff on his albums?
Yeah, we did some things on Luther.
Okay.
On that If Loving You Was Wrong album. Yeah.
Love that song.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
Now, did Kim Weston open this thing up?
Who's that?
Did Kim Weston do Lift Every Voice and Sing on that show?
You didn't see it?
Why is she so?
I'm asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend, right?
I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Asking for a friend.
Who else gonna sing the Black National Anthem?
That's right.
Watt Stacks.
Yeah, nice.
Who else was on there? Staple Singers, Rance Allen.
Yep. Rance was on that show with us at the Olympia. If you remember,
I can't remember Rance on there. Okay,
man.
Yeah.
And so
playing the guitar.
Because he was with Stack.
So you cover a little as far as genres, gospel as well as soul and R&B. Then.
Awesome. I did a 76 song gospel album for K-Tel.
Wow. Okay. In 1999, correct?
Yeah, and instead of them, they wouldn't say that this is Pat Lewis Sings. They said 103rd Street Gospel Choir featuring Pat Lewis.
Oh, man.
They didn't say that's Pat Lewis, the quartet, Pat Lewis, the choir, Pat Lewis, the duet. They didn't say any of that. They just, but I had to do that. I did that whole album by myself.
Wow.
Nice, Pat. Nice.
You definitely legendary.
To listen to it.
got quite a resume of music, you know, as far as artists that you've worked with, writing, background, vocal arranging, and how many days, like in your I guess peak or heyday or whatnot, how many days would you say you were out on the road performing?
Ooh, boy, we used to go out and come home Thanksgiving. And if we do that, I know one time we had to spend Thanksgiving in Australia. I said, I'm going to cook. And I told them to go get me some cornmeal, and they brought me some maize. I had to get the security to get the doggone bread out the oven.
Oh, my God.
Heavy. I hate to be away from home on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's family.
I mean,
New Year's Eve. But we would stay gone. We would be off on like the holidays, like December.
Okay, but other than that, you were out gigging.
Yeah, we were gigging. You know, I had a girl to come out, you know, take care of my son when I would bring him out sometimes. Don't want him to forget me.
Oh, of course not. That's very important. That's a good mother.
See, that's the only thing about entertainers. We get no holidays.
Yeah.
We don't get holidays. You know, we have to be working. You know, but that's changed up now, though. You know,
there's a question.
Is that the question?
Drew says he wants to know why they haven't released a Pat Lewis compilation. Her stuff on Golden World, Solid Hitbound, the Groovesville stuff.
Drew, let's see if we can find that out.
Make it happen.
Project for her.
And Drew's the man. Drew can track anything down.
Drew wrote a a beautiful song for me. I can't wait.
Okay.
So that we can get together.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you know, we did that first album together. For Detroit schools.
Oh yeah.
It was you, us,
Melvin, the Four Tops.
Yeah, Melvin, absolutely. And what's the boy Carter? The Ron Carter or Rob Carter?
Yeah, Rob Carter.
Four Tops.
And the Tops,
Yeah, and
McKinley.
Yeah, McKinley. Yeah, absolutely. McKinley did all the arrangement and stuff. Hell of a thing. Hell of a piece for the schools. You know, it was really, really good. Oh, and Dennis Coffey.
Dennis Coffey.
Yes, Dennis Coffey.
Did you leave anybody out, Drew?
Let's see if he's still on there. Oh, Dave Ferguson is on from the UK.
Yeah.
Linda Moneymaker. How you doing, Linda?
Oh, Kingfish.
Crystal Stewart. Hello.
Okay.
Joey Kingfish.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a good album.
Gone. There's so many people gone.
Oh, Spider was on there?
How did we forget Spider?
How did we forget you?
How did we forget Spider? The Spider-Man was on there.
That picture that we took,
Yeah.
Down at Motor City.
That's right. Motor City Casino.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
You got something, Brandon?
Oh yeah. Speaking of Motor City Records, how did that come about with Ian Levine?
With Ian Levine, that was just his. That was his attachment. He couldn't use Motown. So he used Motor City.
Motor City. Makes sense.
And we did. Oh my God. We started here. We did. We started at United Sound. That was the first trip. Next trip, we did Sylvia Moy's studio. We started recording over there, and we had both. They had to build a Studio B.
Okay.
So we was recording so many acts, and he had it all mapped out how he wanted to do this. But what happened, he just got so starstruck that he wanted to take, if this one showed up that was no longer in this group, and he was the lead singer or an ex-group member, then he wanted to record him too. He spread himself too thin.
Too thin, okay.
Trying to record everybody. And so I finished here, and then I had to go to LA, and I just got finished singing. What you talking about? Then we had to go to LA and the LA family.
Wow.
We did the Fifth Dimension, Billy Preston.
Okay.
The Supremes were out there, and of course the originals were out there. The Marvelettes were living out there then. There's still a lot of people there then. Barbara McNair, Mary Wells.
Nice.
God, it was a lot of people. So all that I didn't finish, I finished up in England.
Awesome.
Wow. Okay.
That was
awesome.
Huge project.
Sure was. So he went after everybody.
Yeah, but one wonderful thing about it is that it was just like a great big reunion. We had 2 weeks of everybody coming in the studio, Sylvia's studio masterpiece. Everybody coming there, and I had a group in the kitchen, a group in this office, a group in that office, somebody in that office. Everybody wants to do their arrangement. I can't do everybody.
You can't.
Yeah.
I got Sonny Sanders. I gave him one, and gave him a group to do. Ronnie McNair had a group. Had a group, so because it was a lot of people, a lot of artists. But
you definitely were in high demand, it seems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You must be very good at what you do when you're in high demand.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, you should be blessed. I mean, Pat's been blessed for years. Like I said, there was Roz Ryan,
or Thea Barnes.
I froze up, y'all. Thea Barnes, but you know what? The greatest compliment I heard, and I read this the other day, was about your voice. Someone said Pat Lewis has one of the smoothest, silkiest church sounding voices ever.
Really?
How do you feel about that?
I'm trying to. The world loves to hear sing.
I think to hear her sing, I think.
Yeah, the world does. I mean, and I think this comment came from someone in the UK.
That's a great compliment.
Spider. I wish you was on here so you could rap for us.
Yeah. I got to rap. I wasn't ready.
you do have a great voice, and I heard something today. It was a clip from you guys' concert at that Watt Stacks. Golly, it was, I can't remember the song that y'all did. You and the girls. I can't think of it. But listen, I tell you what, we have enjoyed.
Oh, it's been great. It's been an hour already. Good grief.
Yeah, it's been out. That's a quick hour.
Man, yes. I got a question. I got a final question for you, Pat. Miss Pat.
Yes,
I got to say Miss Pat, if you don't mind. Just showing respect. What is your secret for staying so youthful?
Good.
Well,
share with the world.
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
At one time, I didn't know what was gonna happen with me. I got real sick.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what happened. My platelets dropped. They put me on prednisone. 20 milligrams 3 times a day. And it just literally ate me up.
Wow.
I had to have 2 total knee replacements, 2 total hip replacements. I had to have a fuse. They had to fuse my elbow. I lost my voice. My gums receded.
Boy.
I just was like, I didn't know.
Right.
But I was not going to give up. You know, I just kept fighting till I made it through. And I guess, see, y'all can't see me up close. That's what you think. I see you.
Oh, no, I see you.
We see you.
I see you.
Yeah, we're looking at the symptoms.
Just get rest now, honey. At one time, I'd hang out all night. You know how you do it. Well, maybe y'all don't.
Oh, Lord.
Just keep on going. Keep moving.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, I just try
maybe
to
making that.
myself now.
So rest is important.
And black don't crack.
Yeah, that helps, right?
That's right. I mean, you know,
indeed.
you definitely have longevity, you know, and I think music keeps you young.
It keeps you there. It keeps you there. Look at Little Richard, 87. Look how long these people, the majority, live.
Yeah, that's true.
And look at how old Ken is.
Who?
Look at how old Ken is.
Look at Ken.
Yeah, I'm 88.
Oh my goodness! But yeah,
music keeps us young.
Keep you young for sure.
Keeps us young
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Remember that, Drew?
Yeah. Now, someone asked if you had any stories about you and the late Miss Betty Wright. Did you ever cross paths with her at all? Or?
I never crossed paths with Betty Wright.
Okay.
I really wish I had because I just loved her. I really did.
Yeah. So
and about 2 months ago, I just I pulled her up, you know, and watched her live. You know, watched one live show. I'm like, you know, if you work all the time, if you gigging all the time, you really never get a chance to see anybody else.
That's true.
That's right.
You know?
Yes, indeed. Right. Well, I guess we'll see if any closing questions from anyone in the comments.
Well, it's 12:30 across the pond, so
yeah, we got it.
Most of them are trying to get.
And speaking of which, we definitely appreciate them for staying up because they're 5 hours ahead of us. So definitely thank you guys for sacrificing a little bit of your rest, a little bit of your sleep for and joining us and supporting us. You know,
in
today.
fact, Linda Tuccello said hello, and you know she's over in Spain, so it's it's 1:30 there.
Wow.
Now she says she wanted to say hello to us and to you, and she's going to watch the show tomorrow. You know, the repeat on YouTube. But you bring in people from all around the world, and Spider does as well. And coming up in the next couple or the next segments of this show, we got Edna Wright from Honeycomb.
Oh yeah,
she'll be up next week, and Greg Perry, they'll be up next week. Then we've got our friend Melvin Davis. Melvin's coming up.
Make sure I get on for Edna and Greg and Melvin. Yeah.
And then after that, we have Debbie McFadder and Ron McFadder, the children of Clyde McFadder.
Clyde McFadder. Oh, wow, that should be interesting.
Yes. So they're kicking off June, I believe, and so we've got many more. We're gonna work on McKinley. McKinley's we're gonna get him a date. So I mean, this is something that we want to bring to the fans, our friends, you know, like yourself, and you know, iconic people like yourself and legendary.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate you being on this show with us.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed you guys.
Oh, we enjoyed you as well. Is there any website information or social media information you like to give out to our followers?
Just hit me up on Facebook.
Okay, Pat, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna do it myself. Well, guys, we appreciate you for joining us for week 3 with the legendary Miss Pat Lewis. I gotta give you a round of applause.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you coming on.
Everybody.
I can't do it because I'm holding my phone.
Everybody, you all please stay safe.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
Thank you guys out there. We'll see you next week for episode 4. Go over to YouTube.
All right.
And
thanks, Pat. Love you.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.